Philosophy and magic, my definitions. So, in order to create this YouTube series called Philosophy and Magic, I first have to explain what I really mean by philosophy and magic. So, I'm gonna define these ideas here for you in this video. So, to me, a philosopher is somebody who questions everything, and that takes a lot of courage to think outside of the box. And like for example, when you grow up as a kid, you have to adjust to the environment, to the people around you, and the people around you are most likely not to do that, not to think out of the box and not to question everything. So to be part of the pack, to be part of the herd, and not to be a threat to the pack, we have to copy them, imitate them, like monkeys, really, like animals have to copy them, and also not question everything to fit in. And well, let's say, I don't know how long ago, but before, when people would openly speak about certain ideas, certain things, doesn't matter how intelligently they did this, or if they had good arguments or not, they could be burned at the stake, and they would even call them black magicians or witches, or like, but mostly they were just people who questioned everything and realized another truth, a perhaps bigger or deeper truth in how things work, and they were open about this. And luckily, in this time and age, we can express these things without being burned alive. But it still is treated the same, in a way that to be part of the rest of the world, of the pack, we have to adjust, keep these ideas to ourselves, or find our own way, be alone, or surround yourselves with these philosophers, or magicians, or whatever you want to call it. So that's one. Philosophy means to question everything, basically. And also, it's not something you can become. I believe you cannot choose, like, to say, I will become a philosopher. No, you are that, or you will naturally become that, because you have this curiosity. And if you want to get answers to these questions or experience certain things, you will, if you move yourself towards this. And let's say a philosophy degree doesn't make you a philosopher, but that's also not really important, actually. And now, magic. So magic to me means to shape yourself, your life, and the world around you, which I believe is the same as well, because my body works the same as let's say, the body of somebody else. The core principles are the same, So in a lot of ways, it works exactly the same. Even objects, So to me, somebody who practices magic, or is, let's say, a sorcerer or a magician or witch or whatever you want to call it, there are lots of names to describe this, is somebody who shapes themselves consciously. And the thing is, everybody shapes themselves and their lives in maybe every way, even, or at least a lot of ways, But a lot of people are not aware that they are doing this and how they are doing this. They're using the core principles of the universe, of this world, to make this happen. But in order to have to do this with a lot more power and a lot more impact, you need to be aware first. Like, what are you doing? How are you doing it? And then you can practice magic, as in consciously shape your body, your mind, your emotions, your thoughts, everything, and then project that consciously outwards into the world for other people to pick up on and do the same, you know? Yeah, I think that's clear enough, no? So, philosophy, I sum it up really quickly. A philosopher is someone who questions everything and needs courage to do this. And a practicing magician or somebody who practices magic is somebody who shapes themselves and the world around them consciously and strives also to do this more and more, to be more aware of themselves and to shape it more and more consciously, you know. And this doesn't mean what way, you know. This can be interpreted as really negative. Some people might consciously destroy themselves, you know, or be on the dark side of life. You can do that consciously. We're gonna be blind to a lot of things anyway, so it's not. I don't believe in such a thing as good and evil, you know, not anymore. And I believe there are certain things I wouldn't like to do, and I think that they feel bad, you know, when I do them. So I strive not to do them and to do things I do believe in. And yeah, I hope it's clear enough. And I also make a video about different types of magic. I think that might be the second video after this one. And I hope you're excited because it's about black and white magic. But it's something I think you're not gonna expect. It's gonna be really interesting. So see you later, guys. Ciao, ciao.